Hel- Hello, hello, how are you? Bernadette Chinley
And Hilary De Freitas.
com-
Welcome.
coming to you, coming to you from Moms Marketing Moms Trinidad at gmail.com.
Right.
Anyway, we're the awesome marketing moms that's going to help you to find your sales, increase your sales, find leads, generate more leads using online marketing tools and systems that we're going to teach you on. Today's topic is going to be on LinkedIn, how to meet, how to greet, how to engage people on LinkedIn. So eventually you're going to have sales and customers. All right.
So, just to give you a little background, what we've been talking on is social media. And for the last 2 weeks, we were talking about Facebook and how you can maximize your time, leverage your time using Hootsuite. Today, we're going to take it a little differently, where we're going to look at a specific social media, which is LinkedIn. And many of you would know that everybody thinks of LinkedIn as the professional site. It's where you put your resume up and you try to get a job. That's pretty much how a lot of people think about LinkedIn. But what we're going to show you today is how you can use LinkedIn using content, engaging in groups, and groups are very specific in terms of what they're created for, very different to the way groups are used on Facebook. So that's what we're going to delve in today, and hopefully you find great value in this, all right?
That's good. Very good. And what we want you to understand today, or whenever you look at this video, is that LinkedIn is a professional social site, but remember that they're people and they react the same way that they would react, or somewhat the same way that they would react on other social sites. On LinkedIn, it's more for business. So yes, we want you to be more professional. In particular, a lot of people come onto LinkedIn and they put a they put a profile picture that's not exactly professional. So please, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be professional on LinkedIn. You want to take a picture that you went to dinner, or you went to, say, if you want to do a professional picture with a photographer, still picture, not a problem, but you don't have to. You just want to be looking decent. Yeah. Makes sense? You want to be looking decent. You want the lighting to be great. Definitely, you also want to fill out that profile. How is it you're going to have a resume online if you don't fill out your profile? You got to fill out your profile, and you want to tell people what you've done in the past, what you've achieved, who you've worked with, and try to get recommendations from people that you've worked with. When you do a great job, definitely reach out to those people and says, could you do me a favor and send me a recommendation? It's very difficult to ask somebody who you've never done work with to recommend you. All right? Now, similar to all social sites, you want to meet people, you want to say hello. Please do not fill people's inboxes with links and buy this and whatever, okay? Gotta be professional. You say hello, you ask them how you're doing, reach out to them, talk to them, become friends. Another way to become friends is by simply updating your profile status. So you put in something in your profile saying, this is what I just read, and give a quote or give information, that kind of stuff. And you also want to engage. And as Hilary suggested, the engagement really happens in groups. So let's say you are an engineer. Say you're an engineer for what? Computer engineer?
Computer engineer.
Computer engineer. Mm-hmm. And you want to join groups that talk about computer engineering. You want to talk about groups that are talking about technology. Put in your 2 cents. Say what it is that you've just read. Say an experience you've just had. And you want to engage the people in a group. And the reason being that you want to engage in a group is then eventually people are going to come to you to ask questions. Those who are just starting in the engineering field, those who are looking for a computer engineer to solve a solution in their office. They're going to go into the group and see who's talking, what have they shared, what does it look like they know. You want to present the real you, not a pretend you, the real you, okay? And then that's where LinkedIn is going to work for you.
So one thing that I hope you realize is that you are joining groups that are related to your strengths or your interests, because you're not going to be able to engage properly if you have no interest in computer science. So even though you may be a computer engineer, a computer science engineer, you may not particularly like everything about computer science engineering, but maybe you like data analytics. Then you want to join data analytics groups, and maybe you follow other bloggers from different websites. You want to share that type of content. If you don't have your own content already, you want to express that you read this great article about data analytics or about a software that is being used at your company or that you're using in your own business, and you want to share your experience, right? That is something that's very important. As Bernie was saying, that you have to realize that even though it's a professional site, they're still people. So they're not really interested in what IBM had to say about it. They're interested about what you have to say and what your experience is with this, because you're relating to people on that level.
Great. Thank you for that input.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we going to share on? We're going to talk about your personal profile for now. What are you going to share? You're going to share solutions. You're going to share information. You're going to share events that are happening around what it is that you do, around the profession of what you're involved in. You want to share one post per day talking about the solution and putting a link to your website, put a link to your, let's say you want to bring them over to Facebook. You can do it once per day, because then it's going to become too in your face information. People don't necessarily want to know about you. They want to know about the information that you're sharing, okay? And why people should want to give you the job that you're good at, okay? That is what LinkedIn is for, proving who you are and why you're good at what you do. So that's why you every so often share experiences in what happened today on your job, etc., etc. And you want to be spending, I would say, let's say, for instance, you would spend half an hour of your time on LinkedIn per day. You want to spend maybe 5 minutes out of that, 10, what did I say, 20 minutes? Half an hour, sorry. You want to spend 20 minutes out of that 30 minutes on LinkedIn engaging with people through the groups and through LinkedIn gives you a feed, a news feed. So engage on those news feeds so that way people see that you're a person and they will want to connect with you.
One thing that we also, that's a little bit of a, I guess I should say a tip, is that unlike Facebook and Twitter, where you may find a lot of traffic and, well, engagement, I shouldn't say traffic, but engagement in LinkedIn during the week, Monday through Friday, what we've noticed in all our marketing is that, from our own experience, is that you see a lot more people engaged on LinkedIn actually on a weekend. So although you may have the perception that, okay, this is a professional site, I need to be with these people Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, because that's when they're going to be there. If you really think about it, if it's a professional site, those people are actually working Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. And on the weekend is when they're able to catch up with all the posts and all the articles. So although you want to be there every day posting that one post and engaging in the groups, you want to have a presence there on the weekend so that your feeds come up into, they show up in other people's news feeds. All right.
Excellent. And that reminds me of another point. LinkedIn just recently allowed people who are active on LinkedIn to put up a blog on their profile. So if you see the little pencil mark next to your profile, definitely you want to start writing blogs. It is, you don't have to write your complete blog on LinkedIn. What you could do is write an excerpt from your blog that you did that day and connect it back to your blog from your blog site that you have. So that way, LinkedIn is actually working towards being a site of authority for information. So if you're in a field and you need more sales and more business, that's definitely an action that you should definitely take.
And Bernie, how often do you blog on LinkedIn?
Once a week, because I blog on my site.
Okay.
And I also do video marketing. So I blog on my site once a week, and for the second time that I blog on LinkedIn and share the bigger part of the blog on my site.
And in terms of the length of that blog on LinkedIn, what have you seen as the best in terms of characters?
Well, definitely you also have to remember that people have a lot of things to do. So you want to be to the point as possible, and you want your words to be as, the minimum number of words with the biggest impact. All right. And the way you're going to do that is just try to think, what message am I going to send out today? And maybe even put 10 points, 3 points, whatever, but at least people see that you have information and you know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Because do remember that LinkedIn is a site also that companies use to find people to fulfill a job within the company. And for us marketing moms, what do we want to do? We want to tell people that they can increase their sales, their customers, and their conversions through engaging in groups using LinkedIn.
So for those people who are always posting, for example, I am in a group where every day, twice a day, I get a status update about an opportunity. Make $2,500 a day, and it's the same post over and over. What would you say to somebody like that?
Well, in my profile, I will put a status update giving or trying to reach out to that person, because just like moms, when you correct a child, the best way of correcting a child is the roundabout way. So they don't realize that you're actually pointing fingers at them. You suggest ways of becoming better. So that's the purpose of us giving this webinar on LinkedIn. And that's the purpose that Hillary and I both constantly try to give new ways and ideas of how to get people to be more professional in sharing their opportunity. Because sharing your opportunity is awesome. That's why you join. It's awesome, but you need to be professional when you're meeting and engaging people.
Thank you.
All right. So I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yep. We got
I
covered
don't
all
see
the
any
points.
other questions popping up in the chat, so I think we're good to go.
Okay. Great.
So just as a public service announcement to everyone out there, both Lynette and I, apart from being entrepreneurs, moms, online marketers, we're also a part of this awesome team called EMP Team on Fire. And tonight, you would have seen, I'm sure you would have seen from Bernadette and myself, tonight we are unveiling what we do every Monday night. And it's at 9 p.m. Trinidad time, which would be 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Standard time.
Eastern Standard Time. I get time zones mixed up. So tonight we will have a live feed open for you. We'll actually share it in the Marketing Moms page so that you can go and grab that. It's only once a month that we lift this curtain up for you to see what's going on, and this is the week that we're doing that. So you're going to be able to meet the rest of our awesome team and see exactly all of the things that we actually use to develop our businesses online, and that can help you as well develop your business online. So look out for that link very shortly as soon as this webinar is over, and we'll see you all tonight, hopefully.
We'll put it in the box below,
In the
description
box below.
box.
Yes, in the description box. Yep.
Excellent. And
Thank you.
definitely subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified when our next awesome webinar is going to be coming up. All right. Have a great day.
Bye.